and welcome to another episode of Desserts Are Fun Too. My name is Brian Upward, and today I'm making, actually today is a big day because today is the day of our competition, which is having a bake-off. The bake-off is on Cheesecake at work. So I made, the day before, these 3 cheesecakes. So we have, these are just 2 plain vanilla ones, and then I made one with brownie bits, and of course I've been testing this one to see if it's any good. So I'm going to show you how I did that, and then on top of the cheesecake I've made this, it's raspberry and strawberry, and it's, I've added some, this is a framboise, it's a raspberry dessert wine, and you're going to macerate the berries in this dessert wine. Leave it overnight, and then I added a little bit of sugar, I've mashed it up, and this is what's going to get served over. It's very, very good. So anyway, why don't I show you how the cheesecakes were done, and then at the end, we'll see who wins the competition. In order to get started, we're going to make a crust. So this is a graham cracker crumb crust. I've got one prepared already here. It's already been baked. So I'm going to show you how I did that. I've got 1.25 cups of graham crumbs. I have here 1/2 cup of crushed walnuts. I'm going to put that in. And then I'm going to use a 1/4 cup of sugar, just regular sugar. And then a secret ingredient, which is cinnamon. So I'm going to use 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon. So we'll add this to our crust. Let's put that in. And then I have over here on the stove, I have some melted butter. So I'm going to add the butter to the mixture. Stir your mixture around. To form the crust, we're then going to put it into an oven that's set at 325. I found that if you put it in for about 15 minutes, but watch that 10-minute mark, just to make sure, you take it out and you just let it cool. So I want to make sure that this is well incorporated before I start forming in my pan. So our competition is a bake-off, and we chose cream cheese as our ingredient, and we thought we'd make a cheesecake. Well, I'm just going to add this now to my pie pan. This over here. I'm going to take some time to actually form this. So what I'm trying to do is actually create an edge around the pie plate, so that when you cut it out, you have a nice thick, it's about an inch wide at the edge, a nice thick crust. We have here our pie plate with our 9-inch graham cracker crust. Now in the oven it goes. 10 minutes to watch, 15 minutes total, should you need it. Set your timer. Graham cracker crust, we've got 2 here, the 2 9-inch pans. Now I'm going to do the cheesecake mixture. So I'm going to try a little recipe here. This is a cheesecake. It's going to have vanilla, and I'm going to put, I've got 4 packages of cream cheese. It's softened, so I've just left it out overnight. I'm going to put it to the mixer. I'm also going to add in I've got 6 extra large eggs here. I'm also going to add in some whipping cream. So we've got whipping cream and vanilla, and I'm going to be using icing sugar. So the first thing you're going to do is add your cream cheese mixture to your mixer. It's very soft. So I'm just going to do 2 at a time for now. And then whip it. You're going to whip it really well. Now I'm going to add in the other 2. I just don't want to make a mess. have here, it's about 1.5 cups. Because I'm doing 2, I've got 1.5 cups of icing sugar. I think it's lighter, so we're going to add this slowly. And you're going to whip it all together. I'm just going to scrape down the bowl. Now I'm going to add in the vanilla. So the vanilla is, because it's 2, we're going to do about 4 teaspoons of vanilla. I'm using my Mexican vanilla, which I personally love. Now I'm just going to let it go again. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in the 6 eggs one at a time. These are extra large eggs. So I'm using a funnel here. Do one at a time and incorporate it really well. Now I'm going to add in the whipping cream. So the whipping cream is about 1/3 cup of whipping cream. So I'm going to double the recipe. So I'm just going to put this on as I add the whipping cream. Okay, so the last thing I'm going to add in is 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. So of course, because I'm doubling the recipe, it's going to be 4. Just going to scrape down the sides of the mixture. So it's very nice, very creamy. So now I'm going to add it to our pie plates. So now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add some hot water to actually this pan. Just use the towel. So this is called a water bath. I'm going to put this in the oven for about 20 minutes. 20 minutes are up, I'm going to reduce the oven down to 300. And I'm going to put the timer on for about 20 to 28 minutes. Let's check the cheesecake, and you want it a little bit jiggly. So I'm going to turn the heat off and just open the door plus the timer. So I'm just going to open the door. You're going to leave it in the oven for about 2 hours and just let it rest. And then it should be done. So my topping for the cheesecakes tomorrow is going to be macerated berries. So I've got some strawberries here, and I'm going to start slicing them up. So all I'm doing is just cutting the tops off, and then I'm going to cut them into half, and I may cut them into small pieces as well. I want to see how much I can get out of this. So what you do is you add this to a bowl such as this one, and you add some sort of liqueur. So what I'm going to add is this called framboise. It's a raspberry type of wine. So another thing I have here too is some raspberries, so I can actually macerate those as well in another dish. So I've got some strawberries here. I'm just going to put them into this bowl. So then you put this into the fridge. So I usually leave it in there for a few hours. Now on to the raspberries. So I'm just going to put the raspberries in here. This one's very easy to do. You just add some framboise. You can use Grand Marnier as well if you have some on hand. So I'm just giving it a little stir around. So that's how my cheesecakes were done. So at the end, of course, like I said previously, you just you can slice your cheesecake and then add some of this lovely macerated berries, which looks really, really good. So now I'm going to pack this up into my container. So I've got one of these handy rigs made for cupcakes. So on the back is where you put the cupcakes, but if you flip it, it becomes a little tray and you can put both pies inside. These are my cheesecake pies. So one goes here, with the other one on top. And then we're going to add the other one. And then off to work I go. And then you have a handy little carrier. So thank you for watching this episode of Desserts Are Fun Too. For more episodes like these, plus my regular weekly vlog with my friend Helenka, Friends, Food, and Fun, visit my website at brianuppert.com. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.